Hey everybody, my name is James and this is West Tennessee Living. Appreciate you stopping by the channel. Today I want to talk to you about and demonstrate some of my favorite tools here today. I'm going to talk about the new sheet metal shears from Toughbuit. And not only these particular shears or the brand, but also want to talk about the difference between the red, the green, and the yellow, which are rights, lefts, and straights. If you're not familiar with sheet metal working or shears, maybe I can shed a little bit of light on it for you here today as we demonstrate what they do. First off, I'm sure everybody has been through the shear aisle or whatever at Lowe's, and you see all these different color shears. What's the difference? What are they used for? People pick up a pair of shears to try to cut something, have a lot of trouble with it, don't really understand why. Well, hopefully I can help you with this here. These particular shears, as you can see, of course, this brand is a little different because they're yellow already. But you see, you have the green, the red, and the yellow. This is already yellow, so it has a little black arrow there. But it's not for go, stop, and slow down. That's not what the colors are for. They're actually directional shears. They make them directional like that to help you make certain cuts. So this brand here, I've seen a lot of hate about this particular brand of shears on Facebook. I totally disagree. I do roofing for a living. I use these every day, and they've been some of the best shears I've ever had. So rights and lefts, your red is going to be actually lefts, and the green is going to be rights. They're directional. So what the point of this is, you can see the way that the tips of the shears are angled. They're angled a different way. And if I'm wanting to make a left-hand cut, it's made to where I can do it like this right here. And you can curve all the way around with ease. You can't. The way they're shaped, you can't go to the right. You can, but the cut gets real ugly, and it's just nowhere near as easy. So they're made to be directional. The red is to make a left-hand turn. The green is to make a right-hand turn. Do the same thing. Now, I'm not as custom with my left hand as I am the right, so this is probably not going to be that pretty, but I'm hoping just to give you a demonstration here. See how you can make a real nice, clean cut all the way around like that? And that's the idea of being able to do that. So that's the difference between the lefts and the rights, and then the yellows are to go straight. Now you can do the straights are a little bit more versatile. You can go. It's real easy to go to the left, not as easy to go to the right. But that's the difference between those three colors. That's why they're colored that way, and has to do with the shape of the bill. Now, all that being said, I want to try and explain to you all the difference between a standard pair of shears and an offset pair of shears. Personally, I like the offsets. I'm going to show you why. I have just a plain Jane pair. Actually, I think these are Malco. Great brand, great shears. I've had these a long time. But the difference between a straight set and an offset, you can see kind of the different shape here. I'm going to tell you what the difference of them is. When I go to cut with this here, it's very easily to get into a bind because the shear is cutting right on top of each other. So to get that, you have to really jam that through when they get them to cut on top of each other. But this right here is offset. So instead of it cutting like this, you're right on top, it's cutting alongside, so the shear can actually fit through the crease. It's really hard to describe, really hard to explain unless you actually get your hands on a set. But with it being offset, there is a space, I don't know if you can tell, there's a space for the shear to fit in between the two pieces. And it cuts so much easier with them being offset. So you go pick up any kind of pair of shears at the hardware store or whatever, and you're having a devil of a time cutting something. You ought to try yourself an offset pair. It fits in the crease a whole lot better, and you have a lot more wiggle room to get in here and around. Now, beyond all of that, I really want to talk about the particular brand themselves. You all know, if you've watched any of my videos, I am a huge fan of Toughbuit. I love their hand tools. I love their boxes. I like their Clip Tech. I'm actually wearing the Clip Tech belt here. That's my normal shear pouch. Oh, those are the ones I always use. And this is the other pouch that 2 pairs of shears fit in ever so nicely. Also, I like to use this for carrying silicone. But love Toughbuit, love the products, love the bags, love the belts. I love all of it. I got a whole drawer up in my other truck of shears that I've bought. I've bought all different kinds. I've tried Craftsman's, Malco's, the Shears ones, Milwaukee's. Milwaukee makes a great pair of shears, but so far I have found that the Toughbuit shears seem to be the best. I absolutely love the ergonomics of it, how it cuts, how it handles. There's a mechanism here, and you can see, like these here, all it is just a basic hinge. There's nothing really overly fancy about that. They're reliable and they're great. But you can see here there's a lot more to these as it separates the pivot points, and the mechanism that's in here supposedly is supposed to offer you more leverage when you're cutting, so that whenever you squeeze, you don't have to squeeze as hard for it to chop through something that's thick. But I love the way it fits. I like the way it has your finger grips and stuff. The safety latch, or not the safety latch, but just the piece that keeps it closed. It's right there, really nice. This here is a set I bought on Amazon. They're straight and offset. So like these rights and lefts that I've bought, they're not necessarily offset, and you can tell the difference in the bill. You can see how one is offset and one is not, how hard that is to see. But that's why I don't use these as much. As far as price point goes, these really are not expensive. I want to say these, because they were the long bills and the offset, I want to say these were like, I don't know, $17, something along those lines. And these here were like $12 and $13 and $15 for either of these. I've not been able to find these in Lowe's at all. You can get them on Lowe's.com. You can get them on Amazon. That's where I bought the majority of these. But that's the difference between the rights, lefts, and straights. If you're having difficulty cutting, make sure you have the right pair of shears. Make sure you're going the right direction with them. Try an offset pair. They're a little harder to find, but to me it makes the cuts a whole lot easier. My name's James. The channel is West Tennessee Living. I really appreciate you stopping by. If you don't mind, leave me a like or a comment and consider subscribing. Thank you very much. I hope you have a good day.